Hi, what's going on, everybody? Back in 2013, that's when gas prices jumped and it really teed me off, and it opened my eyes that I needed to start thinking long term when buying cars in the future. At the time, I had a 2012 Chrysler 300. It was a good car, it ran well, but at the same time, I was putting nearly $90 a week of gas inside of this car, and that was based off of the driving that I was doing. I did my research, and in 2015, I bought a 2014 Toyota Prius, which gave me a combined mileage of 50 miles per gallon, which that $90 that I was putting into my tank, it was cut over half. And with all of this, it really piqued my interest, especially with all of the talk about inflation today. So in today's video, I'm going to look at the average cost of a gallon of gas over the last 90 years and the equivalent in today's value starting with 1930. And let's start by you obliterating that like button. First, it gives me instant feedback on the content that I create, and also it helps out the channel. And if you're new to the channel, hi, my name is Josh, and I make videos on ways that you can save, make money, and all things related to your finances. So if that's for you, go ahead and click that red subscribe button until it turns gray, and that way you don't miss anything. Gas prices are often very volatile with sharp swings of what Americans will pay at the pump. It seems like if a politician even sneezes the wrong way, that it will send prices soaring up. In today's video, I am going to cover the average cost of gasoline in the US and what people paid back then, and also the equivalent of what it would be in today's value. With some areas, it might have been higher because it's all pretty much based off of your location. Other areas, it may have been less, but this is just a national average of what the gas prices were. So back in the 1930s, there was an energy crisis coming out of the Great Depression from the late 1920s into the 1930s. If you were driving in 1930, you would have pulled up to the pump and you would have been paying 20 cents a gallon for gas, which in today's value, that would have been about $2.20. In 1940, a gallon of gas was roughly about 18 cents per gallon, which in today's value, that would have been $2.40. And in the 1950s, the average cost of a gallon of gas at your local gas station would have been 27 cents. After inflation, you would have felt like you were paying roughly about $2.07 today. In the 1960s, a gallon of gas would have cost you about 31 cents per gallon, and in today's value, that would have felt like you were paying about $1.86 for that gallon. Back in 1973, the Arab members of OPEC placed an embargo on the United States. The result was an oil shortage all across the country. In 1970s, a gallon of gas would have cost you about 35 cents, but that would be equivalent to $1.62 today. In 1980, the price of a gallon of gas nationally was about 86 cents, which that would have felt like you were paying about $2.03 for a gallon. The national average hit over $1 in 1981 when the price of gas spiked. It spiked up to $1.19, which would have felt like you were paying about $2.58 today. In 1990, the average cost for a gallon of gas was $1, which would have felt like you were paying $1.57 in today's money. In the year 2000, other people referred to it as Y2K. The cost of a gallon of gas in the United States was $1.51, which would have felt like you were paying $1.93 today. So if you can remember, back in 2010, there was an explosion aboard Deepwater Horizon drilling rig in the Gulf of Mexico, which caused oil prices to spike and oil shortages all across the country. In 2010, the price of gas went to $2.79. Even though it was just 10 years ago, inflation kicked in, and it would have felt like you were paying $2.85 for a gallon of gas. In 2013, the average cost went to $3.80. And as of April 2021, the national average of gas is now $2.87. Now that was just a quick run through of the price of gas over the last 90 years. Where do you think that gas is headed? Leave those in the comment section below. And for more videos on ways that you can save, make money, and all things related to your finances, check out the videos right over there. Subscribe by clicking the icon right here, and that way you don't miss anything. And I will see you in the next video.